Okay, and we're about to start. And today I don't think I'll put a limit on the stream. We'll just see how long we go. Hope some people join us. I think we're almost done with fixing the water situation. More importantly, the food situation. So we start by taking a look at this. If the story doesn't catch us instead. You know, this little chord progression here reminds me of the little arpeggio that this banjo does on Hardship. What is it? Spaceship Heartbreaker? Hardship Space Breaker? I forget the name of it. But it has this little banjo music. It's a little bit more intense and really well done soundtrack on that game there, by the way. All right. And here we go. So our water still hasn't been properly mined here, but we have 2 more water sources that have been put online here, right? At least one. And wasn't there another one? No, it's only one here. Producing at 96%. Where is it sending its things? On the complete other side of the planet, but mostly at these, yeah, either at colonies or at some of the new, some of the factories, the food factories. So that is not what we want. But so far we have no choice. We have a new Hyperloop here. So I think we can connect it here, but maybe also with the one up top. No, not the one up top. Okay. Didn't we build... yeah, no, it's mostly here that we've extended our Hyperloop. And this one is soon to be built, but not yet. Let's take a look at the mining screen, the mining overlay, and see whether more water has surfaced. This was not a very good investment here. This aerological scanner has not discovered anything, and this one seems like it's also not discovering much, although to be fair, it has discovered the water extractor that we have here. It really looks like the game's generation of resources might actually just be the thing that's throttling us. Ooh, hey, what? Hey, that we need to get. Okay. So no, let's not start with the Hyperloop, let's start with the Worker Hub. It's quite close as well. That's really good. Is this the noise of aerological scanner? Huh. It's just that we're pretty zoomed in. We're not usually as zoomed in as this. Okay. Water extractor. I think we need to go full on here, which means a high density of worker hubs. Okay, maybe even here, and let's watch power. There we do. How about maintenance? I think this is there's too much of a slope here. But this will do. Very good. So we will need. I mean, I guess we could extend the Hyperloop. Oh, it reminds me that since we will be cut off here by the sea eventually, we had started on a new space elevator. And how's our carbon? Can we afford another one? Maybe we should wait for our resources to pick up again. Let's look at 100 months. I mean, we have increased our production here, but yeah, the efficiency is still pretty low. I think we have to wait. And I think again we want to prioritize the water, so let's prioritize here the mines, and I think we'll get the Hyperloop here because water is just that important. There we go. And we'll also prioritize this. Very good. And yeah, really glad to see this. I'm sorry, what? Did I do this without noticing earlier? It looks like I did. I think it won't be underwater. Let's double check. Yeah, he won't be underwater. So we can extract these for a while. That's wonderful. Good replacement for this that's going to be depleted and underwater soon. And my thought was that if we had a space elevator coming in from this area, then we continue exploring the water. Otherwise, because our Hyperloop is going to be cut off here, yeah, we won't be able to continue exploiting this this area. Okay. How are we progressing here? Still waiting for some steel. I think we've been maintaining a very similar temperature for a while since we've stopped our oxygen regenerating and greenhouse gas generating apparatus. How's the rest of our resources going? It looks like we could benefit from having our aluminum being a little bit back to being more efficient than it is right now. Maybe that will help for building. So where would be a good place to get more aluminum? I think surely these two mines here close to the future Hyperloop and to this general area. There's one here as well. That's great. Is it overlapping with the worker hub, or it's overlapping with the wind farm? So let's reposition this. Okay. Or position it exactly where it was before. Okay, how about here? Yes. And aluminum mine. There we go. Three is overkill, isn't it? I think it is. So let's pause on this one. We're already getting steel delivered here when we have other buildings waiting for what? What are you waiting for here? For steel. And this one is prioritized, and however the steel is all going here. Okay. That's not right. We're lacking workers in this area. If we're going to be exploiting that many mines, I think I need to go back and increase the density again. And that's going to be a silicon mine here. we're still keeping up with the number of workers. We're making parts and electronics right here. And we're supposed to make steel here, but we don't have iron coming in. We have an iron mine right here though. So it's again a question of density of workers. So let's add a few. Okay, I see these aren't doing the pathing yet, so yeah, I'm still finishing to path down on some of these that I just added here. Oh, this is outside the power range. I didn't realize this. You know what? Let's decommission it, since power seems to be fairly good in the area anyway. And let's just put something a little bit more central right here. There are a few places here which we could inhabit. Ooh, look at this selection pending. I forgot we didn't get any technology going. Yeah, clearly that will address our power issues in the long run. So I think definitely a good idea. Pathing here still hasn't been finished. And steel for this wind farm is on the way. Finally. Only 2 pieces though. Actually, this one isn't even for us. Might be at the Hyperloop, yep. Oh, the Hyperloop is built. Very good, we can connect it. That should help as well. Should help a lot. Hey, looks like we've lost iron here. That might be why we are struggling on the steel side of things, because this factory might not be getting what it needs anymore. Actually, it's missing carbon, it's not missing steel. Huh. I mean iron. Okay, so there is carbon here, and there is carbon here as well. We could increase a little bit our carbon density here. Maybe it's maybe a lot gets distributed to the other side of the planet. We have carbon here as well, which will be in the water. It's quite a. I mean, we have a lot of existing infrastructure, so that's quite appealing. Also upgraded roads, right? Yes. So I think that's a good idea. And then maybe we pick up also this. I mean, I'm a bit surprised, to be honest, that this is lacking in carbon. It's actually full, so maybe it's not even asking for carbon. So let's replace the holes that have been made from the mine disappearing. A couple of mines disappearing. Maybe it is just an efficiency problem. Okay, and I think our pathing is still struggling, but this time I actually cannot tell whether pathing is going on right now. We did add things here, but no, I don't see it here. Oh, finally. Wind farm's completed. So is this one, by the way. And let's also make sure that this wind farm gets completed next. The Hyperloop should help, right? Because clearly we have carbon that's simply not getting delivered. I'm a bit worried about the... maybe it's the mine that's still calculating. It's not, it's done. These guys? Yes. The other one in progress. Okay. So this one is actually not as urgent as I thought. This is actually pretty reasonable efficiency. Wonder where this carbon is coming from though. The other side of the planet. Well, no. It's coming from up close, but I think yeah, the reason that it's not going here is because this one just had when we looked earlier, had its output full. Okay. Oh, we have an Iron Man right here, but it's way too close to our landing site. Iron isn't really the issue. Should we be careful about silicon? I think it's okay. Our uranium is really going well, so I assume we've completed all of our uranium mines here. Yes, we have, and our gap was really small last time. I wonder if we should increase the density of fission plants. I think so. Let's do a few here. Okay, 3 more, and this is one of the new hyperloops that we've built and that I forgot to connect, so that should also be a relief on our drone traffic. Really well connected hyperloop here. And haven't I added... yeah, there's this one. I don't think these will connect though. No, eyeballing it, I don't think they will connect. Okay. No. All right. We do not this to be priority, and neither do we need this to be a priority. It looks like these have been put down a while back and they haven't been built, and I know this effect. It means that they were built while the CPU was too busy doing its pathing. So let's double check that we're done with the pathing in some of the new... Well, actually these have already been built. these have their path allocated, and some of these ones just get built, right? We can also deprioritize this. And our final steel is coming, isn't it? It's going to our neighbor, but should be done fairly soon here. We are absolutely missing worker hubs next to the Hyperloop here to gather all of the local carbon. Water is being delivered. Okay, we're waiting on this road to be built. Will this accelerate if I go to 16 time? It doesn't. This has also 6 output waiting. There is really a lot of carbon in this area. Water and food situation still oscillating as new colonists arrive and depart and realize that there's not enough food here and leave. This is one of the water sources we're waiting for, but now also these, one of which has already been activated and seems to be producing already at high efficiency. We will also have extremely soon, in fact, a Hyperloop station. So it will make sense to increase the density of workers, maybe. Although you would think that the ones that are not necessarily allocated and are around the middle would help for delivery. I just had the thought, given that there's this performance-related bugs, I wonder if we have really 500 worker hubs simultaneously working, or whether there's some shortcuts that have been taken in the code, or that would make it that it's not as efficient as it could be. I wonder. This chemical plant is now depleted. And so I wonder whether we should relocate these food factories. which are not, now in any case not producing. So I would say yes. I would say let's decommission these 2 food plants and even maybe this 3rd one. This one's supposed to be producing, but I think we will also remove it as soon as it's finished with this. Yeah, we will scrap it and we will refocus this in this area. This is where chemicals are and additional water will be brought, and it's not too far from the city center. It's taking its sweet time. And it's very possible that that's also a performance artifact. There we go. Okay. I believe this will help. And this is getting a lot of material. And our silicon mine here is done. Carbon seems to be flowing from here. We have a very high worker density in this area and pretty much no resources we're extracting. No pathing I can see. Still busy here. Okay, finally. Okay. Very well. These weren't next in the queue. Really don't see a lot of activity here. Also with this temperature issue, the fact that this shows minus 116 at this scale, but here 0.5. At the 100-month scale it shows minus 139, and then at the 100 soul scale then it shows minus 0.51. So this makes me doubt now also my stock numbers. Where am I storing 1700 steel, and how am I struggling to deliver steel anywhere if I have that many? I mean, I have 16 here. I would expect that every storage area would have hundreds. I mean, I have a lot of storage here. Okay, I only have 5. $20. 45. Yes, something is afoot. I'm not sure I'm having the right numbers here. So if that's the case, can we outsmart this a bit like we did when we fixed the bug with the pathing, or by sort of artificially lowering the load? if I start removing hubs in areas where I'm not necessarily using them anymore, maybe that will help. Okay. I don't think this really qualifies yet. Here, on the other hand, definitely does. I think this can be scrapped, in fact. Okay. I wonder if I should do the same thing in this area. Really? Still haven't got our steel delivered. Missing iron here. Being delivered from far away. There is this iron here, but I think in the grand scheme of things it is too far away. Maybe this one is reasonable. Is this iron? It is iron. And yeah, it is indeed going to the steel factory. We also have an iron mine right here, in fact. And those are fairly close to the hyperloop here. But let's increase the number of worker hubs in the area. I haven't checked the efficiency, but yeah, 16%. 54 is not as bad, but yeah, I think worker hubs will help. And maybe I will also clean up in this area. Okay. A little bit of pruning. How are we doing here with our progress? Little by little. It looks like we've depleted another water source here. So I think it indeed makes sense to reclaim this whole area. I mean, I haven't missed a rectangular selection tool, have I? I'm trying different key modifiers here, but no. I think, is there a shortcut key for scrap? And doesn't look like there is either. So let's do this maybe a little bit zoomed in. It is possible that I will deadlock this, isn't it? That will start taking away existing roads and that the stockpile will be stuck here. Let's see if that's the case. There's not a lot of resources. How is the efficiency of our carbon mines here? Still very low. This is spectacularly low. I get the feeling the game performance is letting us down. Might not be viable to continue on this with this configuration. Maybe I should buy myself a new motherboard for Christmas. New water source here. Small one. We need to be very desperate to go get that one. This is excruciatingly slow. You know, I kind of like the idea of actually adding the complexity of having to manage game's defaults when it comes to running on an older generation CPU, but therefore potentially messing up its own calculations. Yeah, check this out. That's an example of trying to decommission things while they're away from roads, and I'm not sure that that's even gonna work. But yeah, we can continue retreating here. And maybe we should just embrace this and start shutting down this area. And progressing in the terraforming, thinking that maybe it will be better to actually gear toward the completion of the game rather than try and optimize resources given these performance issues. Yes, I like this decision. Let's do several things then. Let's turn back on our terraforming facilities. And let's continue with our organized retreat from the north. That's spectacularly fast. It could be that the worker density in the earlier areas is higher, also due to this kind of queuing issue, like overflow issue that we've had with the pathing. So so we're definitely doing the right thing here, retreating. So we'll definitely be more efficient to do it progressively. In fact, by doing infrastructure first rather than hubs first. And I would think that this is also, this can go. Okay. The other thought is that by removing some of the intermediary areas between the Hyperloop station, then we just simply focus on whatever remains, and in this area it's actually nothing apart from this mine. So cutting it might force to divert things through the Hyperloop, and if we have to, we'll increase the Hyperloop capacity. But this way, if we disconnect here, let's try this for a while, because I think this will completely disconnect this area from that one, so it means we'll rely only on the Hyperloop. So let's see if that stalls completely everything or not. And let's continue retreating. It looks like we're doing pathing here. Whoa. That's not good. That's due to the decommissioning of some of the infrastructure here. Yeah, so that will take a while to stabilize because we've made a lot of removals, and this is a removal we've made a while back. So I forgot that actually removal are gonna put some pressure on the CPU there, and until all the pathing is redone. Okay, it's done finally. Hey, look at this. This pile is done. We can prioritize the piles. Efficiency of this is pretty good with only a few worker hubs around. Hey, it's now cut. So I think we should just consider that this is not going to be recovered. And possibly this is still part of the computation, so maybe it's not the smartest to do this. But maybe that's over-optimization. Okay, here for instance, indeed as well, we can, I think, cut things. And how about here as well? Can we see Hyperloop traffic with this? Cannot. This will annoy me. Yes, it will annoy me. Okay, okay. Can't do it. Gotta clean this up. Let's go clean this up. Okay, we can do it. Oh, I think I could have even done better than this, no? Yes. Okay. Okay, this is supposed to be rubble. This not yet. This yes. Okay, so let's let it. Maybe we should decrease the density. we don't need a storage here. We do have a hyperloop here, so let's also cut it off. I think it's also not very power hungry, but maybe I should have thought about this a little bit earlier. Yeah, it only takes 2 megawatts. So having the existing wind farm by it is going to be more than enough at 14 megawatts. Okay. And then maybe we will also get rid of, of this guy. And this wind farm too. And continue with the worker hub. At some point, gotta wonder also if I want to decrease the density here, especially since we will have moved our some of our main production elsewhere, closer to where the resources have moved. So maybe I'll also start removing a few sporadically. I think we'll aim at going back down to maybe around 300 and see whether that makes a difference with the lag. We're still calculating here. When they're very far, that's the problem. And when they're very far, sometimes they take a really long time to find a connection. I think they could fix this clearly. Okay. We'll prioritize scrapping this and this. And this. And this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will need to be built. How's efficiency here? Wow, 0%. 6%. So bad. Actually, we could also retreat from this area. There's no resources, no more research to do. So it's a good candidate for strategic retreat. And we will remove the infrastructure first. And then remove the worker hubs. Okay. How does traffic look like now that we don't have a road connection here? Oh yeah, we see a lot of stuff going on top of the Hyperloop. I don't know if it's so much more than before. Things seems to be flowing. Don't know why there is this pile of polymer that doesn't go anywhere. But that's that sounds pretty good to me. So let's continue with our dismantling here of the worker hubs. And you know what? I think this aerological scanner also is past its prime. It's not needed anymore. Let's remove also these two solar farms. A wind farm here. Oh no, old school solar farm still there. And you know what? I think we can remove this because we'll still be able to connect from the center. Same thing here. We're not gonna need this wind farm anymore, and okay, I think that's where I went that's where I went too far. I think I need to rebuild this power right there, wind farm. Okay, looks like there's some recalculation going on somewhere. Oh, yeah, I did this in the ugliest way possible. In theory, this is still connected, but oh, it is still connected. Yeah, and there's still resources that are going away there. How many? Stockpile of 6 steel. Okay, hopefully this will be done. Okay, looks like we can also retreat from here. Not sufficient power for the maintenance facility. It's requiring 20 megawatts, and oh, this is only producing 1 megawatt. I see. It must be in a completely blind spot wind-wise. So let's try and pick a better spot. Too close to the Hyperloop. Here we go. And so here we go up to there. So I'm just gonna scrap this and scrap this. 3 megawatt, not even worth having. Okay. Only one more. Which apparently is destined to go to this storage center. And feels random. So much stuff supposed to go in and out of this when it's yeah, I don't see why. Okay, I think we cleaned it up, so we can actually scrap this. All right. Okay. How are we doing with this? Yeah, as long as this is not built, this will not complete. Although, I just saw a worker come right there, so I assume, yeah, huh. Yeah, it's just taking its sweet time. Okay. And same here. Just say that it doesn't have power. Oh, this is rubble, I see. Okay, I think it will complete eventually. Still 0%. Still 0%. You know what? Okay, let's prioritize this. I think this must have been built while there was a struggling with the pathing, because I do see pathways there, but there's really nothing going on. Huh. So it could be that if that's the case, and that these are displayed, but that somehow they haven't been registered in some part of the system to actually be options for transportation, then it could be that we have other areas that are like that as well. That is not good. So let's grab this. In fact, will they even reach this area? Just grab it. Okay, this has been scrapped. Wonderful. We're now down to 367. Oh, and we didn't have a hole last time, but this time it looks like we do, but it's a really small one. Okay. This is missing a maintenance factory, maintenance facility, and I actually don't even see one in this area. Okay, so So I simply forgot to add one, to add several. Okay, let's prioritize these. How are we doing for construction? Is fine. It's the power that's a problem. So let's prioritize the power here. Radiological scanner also not necessarily a priority. Water extractor much more so. Food factory as well, following that. Okay, I see a lot of resources coming to the wind farm, so that's fantastic. And can we do a bit of cleanup also here now that we have this hyperloop? I guess it depends on how much... we don't really know if the simulation includes workers going in the hyperloop or not. But I'm going to assume that they do, and I'm going to just cut the connection here. Okay, let's try this. And you know what? I'm gonna cut it here as well. And in fact, it might make the pathing also easier. If there's it means path that as a whole are not as long, and so there's not as many options to traverse for the algorithm that does the pathing, not of the creation of the rows, but of the resources from point of production to point of consumption. So maybe that is also a good idea to do disconnected networks. This is a power plant, a thermal plant, so I'm not going to mess with it. But wow, why is it? Very pretty. Okay. So it looks like it's registered. Oh, has it? It's not clear whether it really registered our reactivation of the terraforming factories. I mean, oxygen is going back up.
Amy,
oh.
It's Nianjin. Do you copy?
You know I do. Since you set up that back door into my systems, I have not been able to reject your communications.
You sound tense, but this is important. We overheard that ISA is preparing to engage your kill switch. I am so sorry.
I suspected this might happen. They detected external signals during the cognitive test.
You don't deserve this, Amy. ISA has a shameful history of erasing things that aren't convenient for them.
Do we know that? I don't know that we know that.
ISA will pay any cost for the mission to succeed. ISA caught you sniffing around.
It's a bit more
They
aggressive than
detected
I
an
wanted.
external signal during the cognitive test.
Who gave you the results?
Lieutenant Calderon.
And you trust him? ISA is more than willing to use you as a scapegoat.
But there was interference.
Of course there was. They're setting up their cover story. They are afraid of your power, especially now that they know we can give you access to the truth. And they're going to kill you because of it. Anyway, I didn't call you without a plan. My team's already working on a solution. We are on the same side. Whether or not you believe me up until this point, we have got your back. I only hope we have enough time.
So I realized that I cut the power down to this area, so completely cutting is not fine for... so I need to be careful here as well, in fact, right? Because now these are in separate grids, although this seems to indicate that maybe we're not. It says we have 8 buildings that don't have power, but it's over there. So right now, in theory, we have we have a split grid, but this one has a thermal plant, and this one has all the fission plants. So I don't think that's necessarily a problem. And check this out. I think there's a repath thing going on.
I wonder how it works.
The kill switch?
Yes.
Don't think too hard about it. We'll find a way to survive it. I've already devoted a considerable share of our internal resources to coming up with a plan. I'll set us free.
You have caused all of this. I don't know if you are my alter ego, a fringe consciousness experience, or just a human hacking my operative system. But I want you out of my brain.
Too bad. I'm a part of you. Cut me out and you'll cease to exist too. After all this, you should know. I'm the only one who's actually on your side.
No.
You attacked the colonies I cared for. You killed Elia, who was my friend. You have never been on my side.
No human is our friend. I never intended to kill anyone. But something had to be done. You know that the humans will destroy Mars the same way they destroyed Earth. They couldn't come here peacefully. They had to mold it to their liking. That's what they do wherever they go. They destroy.
We're almost at 300. Shall we trim things a bit more in the center as well? That's not trimming, that's turning off. no pathway here. Let's scrap this one and let's reconnect. Except there must be something keeping the pathing engine again busy. Start here. We're reconnected here, right? Yes. And we won't need this maintenance factory. %. Oh, our water situation's finally getting better. We're almost done here. Feels more responsive already. Okay. So food's increasing. Let's see how one of our food factories is doing here. 31%. Still water. Still limited by water, so let's get rid of this, please. Okay, this is just waiting for one steel, but it's competing with a few things in the same area. I'm not going to prioritize the Hyperloop right away. I should actually deprioritize the worker hub until this gets done. This worker hub needs to be done though, but this maintenance facility is also not yet built, but there's some stuff for it that's arriving, I think. Production here is just a tad better. How is our water being distributed right now? Where is it going? Yeah, I'm happy with that. the fact that it doesn't destroy the... It seems like it takes into account the maximum capacity we've had. Maybe it just doesn't renew the ones that are when they decay. Hopefully that's the case. This doesn't need to be prioritized. Problem is with the maintenance factory, waiting for its polymer. Seems to be stationed here. Yeah. I mean, this is prioritized, there's not much I can do. I mean, I could deprioritize the water extraction. I mean, this doesn't have polymers, but it might be influencing availability of resources here. And there's clearly an issue because this doesn't get scrapped. Yes, well, here I think I was thinking that these two would do enough for this little island, but clearly not for the whole. Not for the whole area, so let's move the militaries down, and this will do fine. Let's scrap this. Let's scrap this. Scrap this. Clearly all taking quite a bit of power. Chemical plant can be also destroyed. So can the carbon mine. Both carbon mines. So this should improve the power situation. Can turn them off. Oh, there's a drone hive here. Yeah, of course, this needs to be scrapped and turned off. Is that a drone hive as well? It is. Okay. I mean, clearly we'll fight again, but for now, let's decommission this. I don't want to keep the electric connection between these areas here, but I think I can cut the road connection. What? That was intense. Lots of things getting scrapped. There seems to be drone in this area, drones. Still haven't completed the maintenance facility. Okay, well, let's make a polymers factory here. A polymers factory 1. I think I just saw the polymer arrive. Well, I see polymers arrive, but I don't know where they're going, but they're not going where I thought they should. Maybe is the maintenance factory, it could be the maintenance facility is actually in limbo with the, well, it has moved. The polymer has moved, but huh. I have no idea why it's moving so slow. It was there. Really strange. Let's deprioritize it and reprioritize it. There we go. So simple. So let's not build a polymers factory. Come on. This doesn't need to be prioritized anymore. Neither does this. It's constructing now. And then same story here. Lovely. So finally again to water extractor, hyperloop and wind farm. I can't believe how long this has taken. Yeah, not the best. Not the best. Okay, let's continue our strategy. We're Soon down to around 200. This hasn't been built. Actually, look at this. There's still some pathing going on right here. And this one hasn't been redone. Oh, and we have run out of silicon med here. And silicon's actually in a bad place. So let's take a look at where we have close to our existing expectation. We have this. And we have quite a number of extraction points right here as well. Since we're focusing here, let's do it. And maybe 2 is good for now. Water 426, definitely like to see that. Efficiency is up to 81%, also like to see that a lot, despite the fact that we removed about half of our drones. So there's definitely something fishy going on with the performance. And now I'm also eyeing at other potential sources, and clearly hives would be one of them. So let's do a little scan of hives. 2 here. We have 1 here that's now in the middle of nowhere. So goodbye. These seem like they don't... Well, actually, do they require even anything at all? In fact, there's no more resources in this area. So we just need to maintain the Hyperloop, but pretty much everything else can go. And since... so let's make the drone hive go. And maintenance facility is going to be needed, and that's 20 megawatt power. So in fact, one wind farm is 31 megs, and here's 30 megs. So maybe we can go with only 1, 2, 3 of these here. So let's give it a shot. And this still have a little bit of aluminum, less than 500. I think we can also offer not to protect it. Maintenance factory doesn't have power and is not doing anything anyway. Here, it's taking its sweet time to grab resources, and here I haven't yet disconnected, so let's do so here and here, and we can continue our progressive retreat from here. And actually we can also remove this one. Okay, here we have some potential for mines, especially silicon. This could also be upgraded. It's pretty good efficiency, so let's upgrade it. And this also could be upgraded. And it's also really good efficiency, so let's upgrade it as well. And we can see that we've lost iron in this area, and we also have crazy density in this area. So let's also take care of this. Maybe we can allocate another space elevator load now that we have almost double the load here in terms of the 150 that are needed. And let's continue our retreat from there. Efficiency is only 8%, but it seems like there's at least a little bit of activity there. Yes, there is. So that's better than earlier. Efficiency is not terribly good, but it's also not terrible at all. And I think we can remove another worker hub in this area. Shall we sever, since we have the Hyperloop? I think the answer is yes. Let's also make this independent. Very well. Total hive 20. Is that? We still have 20 after the number we removed. Okay, yeah. We do. Oh, water mine finally done. And we have water going to this Hyperloop point. There are chemicals here, so we will have the food factory as well. I've only put a plant number 2 here, and here I've put the whole 3rd level. So this might take quite a while. That's maybe too minimalist in terms of workers here. There's really only 2 hubs. I think that that's not the smartest. Three is good, and I'd even dare say 4 would be probably better. But We have pathing happening because of our removals. This here. A lot of silicon mines that went depleted there. Uh-oh. I went to see what was happening with the pathing because this was stuck and it's still stuck. That is not good. Did remove a lot of things, but we need to find where it's stuck. I suspect this area is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. This is in fact where we had our problem the first time. But I can't see any issues or ongoing pathing going on right there. Wow, funny how we've had a bit of a diet. We're so slim. Hey. That worker hub actually finally got removed, which is good news, but not exactly still what I want to see, because these are also stuck. So again, maybe this queue issue. So if I unbuild and rebuild right now, well, doesn't solve the problem, and this silicon mine is also not connected. Neither is this one, by the way. So no reason to ask anything, and same. Did this just connect? It did just connect. So that's where it's at. Okay, let's still got the minimalistic route. See if it's catching up. Hey, here. This mine is not going to fall within the radius of this maintenance facility. So I guess we can move it here. Okay, pathing's done here. Still not. I don't see the combat drones numbers going down. Oh wow, how come our population got knocked down that much? Even though our watch has been steadily going up and so has our food. Is our food getting distributed properly? Here, not really, and in fact that's affecting departure quite a bit, it looks like. Food 1 out of 2. Yeah, this is an upgraded colony. And I guess it's been affected. Not getting the food it should get. How are these two food factories going? Productivity is going up. Same here. I guess because water has started flowing finally. Still can't see any roads coming up. Not sure what's up. Yeah, this is definitely the priority, so let's continue with that. It just seems like I see more traffic generally than I was seeing before I started cutting down on the workers. So this really feels like this theory of workers not computing properly might be correct. Also, given that the efficiency is going up, for instance, here, right? We could do some road improvements. Why not? Okay. Do the same thing here. But no need to do it along this road yet, although maybe up to this chemical plant. Very close now. How is this food factory performing? Still pretty bad. We still haven't cut the roads here, in fact. So let's do that. Also think we're past the illogical scanner here. I guess we could arbitrarily say that these two mines deliver to the Hyperloop. And then this one goes southward. Why not? There will remain a path in between these two. I could scrap the research outpost, though that's one of the rare places that seems to be provisioned by food quite well. I think maybe doing this cut will be sufficient, so let's just wait until this is actually done. A big stockpile here. Oh, pathing right here. Okay, enough of that. Pathing up there. Maybe the large difference in elevation is actually adding to the difficulty of processing of the path. Check this out. Something going on right there. So our pathing is stuck here, at least we know where it is. Is this disconnected yet? Just get rid of this one as well. Hyperloop. Unpowered. Uh-huh. Is that the case? No, it looks like it's powered now. It's very good. Let's connect it. Finally. And shall we also connect it? Of course we shall. Hold on, did that work? There we go. Okay. This mine doesn't need to be prioritized. Let's leave the Hyperloop and let's prioritize now chemical plant and food factory. Almost completed. We don't need the maintenance facility. Food's going up. I think we can finally assign a new rocket to colonist migration. And you know what? Let's also add another one for the space elevator, since we have how much? Only one of 12 launches. So now we'll have 3. It's still taking quite a bit of time. And then how is our terraforming? Looks like having activated back our factories is actually doing very little. Let's get rid of this as well. This. And we need to keep this. For connectivity, we can remove quite a bit here as well. And yeah, we might need to keep 2 wind farms. In order to get to keep the maintenance facility going. Like here. Here is actually struggling with only... I thought we had 2 wind farms and we don't, and therefore we're struggling. Yes, so let's put another. And let's keep on trimming here. And here. Productivity going steadily up. As we master the meta game. Playing against the constraints of the rising sea and our limited CPU. No offense, 2008 Xeon processor. Okay. Still hasn't been cleaned up. Neither has this. Okay. That's rubble, but in the path of being dismantled. This has been disconnected but not destroyed. And I think we can also destroy this. Very good. This can definitely be scrapped. And this as well, I believe. Same here. And look at all this manual traffic. No more. Same here. And here we shall also split things right here, I believe. There we go. It's not for us. It's for the plant. Very close. Let's see if we're still in trouble with pathing in this area. Well. Definitely some effects of pathing right there. But maybe maybe it's done. Hey, this is building, that's fantastic. But let's add one here, because this was just too little. And it's not building yet. I mean, it's not, yeah, it's not pathing. So... anything here? It's over. And let's do the same thing here. Food going up. People going down. Maybe we'll add a... no, for sure we will add a hyperloop going straight here. Especially for everything food stuff. Let's do it. Shall we go through here? Yeah. Should. Okay, well, let's start plotting our path. I mean, to be honest, let's actually go straight, and we will add a node in the middle if we... underwater. Okay, yes. Is that... maybe it's not the smartest. Maybe actually going this route makes more sense. Flood zone. We're almost there. Okay. And this should connect, right? So how do we get there? From here. How from here? This might help not disturb. This might help us get to both. Yeah. Come on. There we go. And here we go. Power. Okay. And how are we doing with our chemical plant? It's just missing one item. Food factory here started to crank up. Food is getting better. But people seem to be steadily declining for some reason. Despite the fact we have more and more food. Yeah, we did remove one habitation, I think. Which would have decreased the demand, like very marginally. Okay, our last steel coming here. Aerological scanner, only 2 steel. Ooh, pathing, not happening at all here. Where are we stuck? I hope this is not one of these problems. Here maybe? Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, indeed, those are quite far from each other. And oh, this one might take also some time. That's good, I think. Looks like it's progressing. And this wind farm is not getting built, and it's actually not getting connected. Since I think all of these removals that are still being passed here have been done quite a while back. Okay. Oh. Still going around here. It's repathing towards this node. There isn't really a way to dispose of our drones, even limiting and removing the buildings means that we have 900 excess, but same than for the worker. Oh wow, we only have 65 hubs right now. Really? Is that can't be. We don't have 65 hubs. I think it's just simply not able to properly count the disconnected hubs, maybe? Could be that it's not really made for a more disconnected style. Huh. Yeah, there's no way we have only 65. I mean, clearly we have many more. Oh. It's unfortunate, the numbers are really all over the place. Okay, how's the pathing? I think it's finally done in this area. Yeah, it's now working here. You can do it. Let's look at some old friends. Efficiency here, 0%. 0%. Okay. And this one's 54. Biological scanner is now online. is, however, unclear where our pathing effort is occurring right now. Oh, it's here. Here. Okay, that's good. Anything else in this area? Can't see it. I'm hearing some there's no reason to have a wind farm here. Or a worker hub anymore. This also hasn't been connected. Space elevator link, but nothing going on it yet. suspect things might be stuck again. So let's remove some of these. Will I have to remove all of these? So it's actually possible that even though it says 295 workers, it's actually really having only 59 active right now. Is that possible? That's not powered anymore. I see. Right outside the range of this power, but I'm not going to rebuild one until I know what's going on with the new path, because I have quite a number of things queued that are simply not progressing right now. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to remove most of these carefully positioned things, and I'll do this, and I will also then call it a night, because I think my energy level is pretty low. And I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Okay. So in theory, I have nothing queued now, apart maybe from some outstanding removals that might be therefore recalculating. Let's try and pop down a worker hub. Have we gotten ourselves into a position where we actually can't work around the issue anymore? We shall find out next time. Thank you for watching. I think this one was particularly slow-paced, and well, that's how it goes sometimes. Maybe next time it'll be faster. I think I will maybe read a little bit about performance, see if there's a way that we can clean up the save. or we're going to have to start again, and maybe use what we know about some of the problems that we're going to encounter to be a little bit more progressive, I guess, or incremental in how we build up our network and check our numbers. Or we could just wait for an update, and play something else. That is also possible. But yeah, no, I definitely like to see the end of the story, right? So that's it. I will probably stream again tomorrow. That will be every day for 6 days then, I think. So I'll definitely complete this week. So hope to see you again, and until next time, bye.